So, I've been feeling kind of distracted lately. Like, I don't know what it is. Just a lot of shit just seems like it's been going on. And like I said, I've been feeling real distracted. Like, my focus isn't all the way there. Like, my attention is being deflected to the wrong places. Like,
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just like each time when I'm trying to just chill or just get on social media, it's always something trying to distract me. And it's always like, if there's a distraction here, there's going to be another distraction that just keeps getting better than the previous distraction
Mm-hmm.
I was on before. It's like, damn, what the hell's going on?
I'm telling you, and it's still with how things are going right now. They got a lot of distractions, and they trying to pull our attention a whole bunch of type of ways. Is how I feel, but that's just me.
Hey, sometimes people think the same way. We just not around each other.
Yeah. So I want to welcome y'all to episode 13. This is episode 13. Jeffin with the homies. I am your humble host, Jefferson, aka Jeff, and I am here with the homie, Melvin.
What's good, y'all?
And we just sitting back about to fucking chill. And due to a fan's request, we're gonna go ahead and hop into these conspiracy theories and just see what got going on right now and shit. Like I said, I'm getting distracted right now. Shit's crazy. But yeah, this is episode 13, y'all. Jeffin with the homies. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Alrighty, so what was it that you wanted to talk about? I remember you were saying something as far as George Soros. George Soros. What do you have on this man? Or what is it? Yes. What do you have on this man?
There's so much about this man that just piques my interest because nigga, he's like seems like he got his finger in everything. It seems like
Mm-hmm.
if it ain't in something where it's like, oh, he can't be in there, you're wrong. He's in it. That's like one dude that can't have his finger in nothing. Like that nigga's in everything. Like what I found out, this nigga, like everybody is with the Black Lives Matter movement, but do y'all realize it's not owned by anybody black? It's owned by that nigga.
It's owned by him, but they have 3 people heading it or so. I think it's 3 or 4 people that are heading it as far as that are black. But as far as I hear,
they actors.
Well, I mean, they're actors, but I guess they're more just in the sense they're for the LGBT community, more trans-wise on that type of filter. So it's with the narrative as far as what I'm picking up and what I've been seeing and hearing from going around.
Right, because it's like ever since the Black Lives Matter move started, everybody trying to hop on the wave.
Well, no, it's that, but if you actually I've watched videos, I guess I could look it up my fucking self, but I've literally watched a guy search it up on his shit like in the Google search, like screenshotting as he searched it up and shit. But going to actual Black Lives Matters page, their page, their website, and then you go to it, and then you go about us, or what do we stand for. And then when you scroll down, you got to scroll down like 3 or 4 fucking times, and then once you get down there to a certain point or so, it says that they're there for like sexual injustice and other things within the yeah. And then from there on that, after the sentence after that, it goes down to like transgender and this, that, and other. And then from there, as far as breaking down like even like queer movements or some shit like that. This is literally what I seen what was on
Where
the page.
Where the fuck did it
like,
go from black people being mistreated by cops to that? How did that
they're one of the same, because they're trying to claim that it's happening to them because of that too as well. Like,
dozen just random black people that's getting murdered and brutalized by cops. There's maybe not even a handful of trans getting assaulted by cops or anything.
There's that, but then their lives matter as well
Their lives do matter, but it's just like what the fuck? Like it was just like what I'm seeing is that well, let me just put this in correct terms. But like with this movement that's going on, we just trying like Black Lives Matter movement was literally just starting off with just like, yo, it's just black. That's all that it is. It's not you're not getting assaulted for your sexuality. It's because you're black. Before you come out your mother's womb, you was black. You're black. And being attacked by your sexuality, and most people that target you, they target you because you're black. They don't care about your sexual orientation because at the end of the day, they don't like your black ass. And they will tell you. That's all I got to say on that.
Okay, see, well, I was going to pull it up, but unfortunately, they always want to have a different one for your fucking phone. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. Okay, never mind. I actually found it. I want you to go ahead and read this out for them. Okay. This one, and then you could even do a part of that as well too. Okay. So go ahead and go ahead and read those out for me.
So what my homie just pulled up says, we are guided by the fact that all Black lives matter, regardless of actual or perceived sexual identity, gender expression, economic status, ability, disability, religious beliefs, disbelief, immigration status, or location. We make a space for transgender brothers and sisters to participate in the lead. We are self-reflexive and do the work required to dismantle cisgender privilege and uplift black trans folk, especially black trans women who continue to be disproportionately impacted by trans antagonistic violence.
This is what's literally on the Black Lives Matter page, like what we believe.
Like I ain't gonna, it's like I ain't got nothing against them, but the fact that you adding that in there is kind of ruining the purpose of it. It wasn't about that, like I said. It was just about your black ass being hunted down by some asshole with a bag.
Now that goes back to the video that we watched yesterday with the young gentleman talking about as far as who the TV networks and all that, the big news station networks and all that cover everything, who they are, and then there's Black Lives Matter, then there's Antifa, then there's the Clintons, and then George Soros, and then from there was who was it after then, the six families or so from there. So they're controlling and creating a narrative as well so that they can cover, so that their news stations can cover it, therefore get more coverage and making them revenue in the end of all this shit, as well as trying to pass a whole fucking narrative or so is what I've been getting from this and what I've been seeing.
But you know what? With that article being read, I think I look at it as more like a positive thing, kind of, because just the fact that we can have strength in numbers from every group. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, though, we need to be organized. Everybody's trying to get to their own agenda, but we all need to get to the same agenda. Because if we're all fighting for different things, we don't know what the fuck we want, because we look like a bunch of unorganized kids. But if we all organize together to actually go for one objective, which is literally justice for everybody, instead of trans rights, regular straight rights, it's all together, rights for everybody. That's all we need. If we focus on that one directive, we can literally do some shit.
You're right.
But motherfuckers is so disorganized and always want to argue over shit. A nigga can't even say what he believes. Like a nigga can literally say, "I'm not that gay shit," and then everybody want to attack that guy.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, that's his opinion. That's his view. Everybody ain't with that shit. They not with shit that you believe in. I can say I am a stuffed animal, and people will say, "Nigga, you crazy." Like, nigga, that's what I want to identify. Fuck you.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. You got me dying there. That's like old dude earlier was talking about if this motherfucker here that's a tiger start eating people's babies and saying because he a tiger he can eat your babies just to get that man.
I throw his ass in a nut house until there's more like that. That's usually how it starts out. There's always that one martyr. And people that follow along with it, then it's like, oh shit, now we gotta make that shit like a mental illness, or it's okay now.
Oh shit, that's just funny as fuck.
Now it's gotta be a sign saying, watch out for this nigga.
This shit's crazy as hell. But yeah, so with that, like, it's just all distractions. It's mirrors.
It's man. Just reading that one was like hella distracting. Had my mind like, what the fuck? When that happen?
Exactly, and it's like what?
It just had to happen like this week.
As far as what them not being on there, I don't. Who knows how long that's been on there? But I've just seen it as far as in stuff because I actually started looking this week to cover this.
Like for real, I have been reading some articles. Well, like maybe 2 or 3 articles where it was just talking about trans this along with Black Lives Matter movement. It's like, what's going on with that? Mm-hmm. And it's like I'm seeing. It's like, oh, okay, now I'm seeing it. First, I'm like, why is that being part of it?
Yeah, it's just all deflection and to keep, smoke and mirrors going on and shit. And that just comes with all what seems to lie behind it or so, or where it, or let's even say where it even starts at, because where it starts at is far. Is no, I'm no, it just starts off like from what were they saying that these motherfuckers is in our TVs and shit, nigga. They in our fucking TVs. What is it? It's a television. Mm-hmm. It's a television. What is that? It's telling a vision. I'm through with this nigga tonight now. We ain't even begun. We already got 13 minutes in this motherfucker. Calling out timestamps and shit now. But no, it all starts with the television, man. Mm-hmm. And then through the television, what are you watching? You're watching channels. What are you doing? And it's funny because like I said, I was watching something and it seemed like all these people had watched the exact same bullshit or the exact same video because they always literally reciting what I said and it had me fucking dying. Mm-hmm. But it made sense though. All right. So you got a television. It's telling a vision, right? All right. So then you turn it on. You're watching channels, correct? Okay. So what is that doing? You're channeling something. And when you start turning on to that channel, what does that channel have on? Programs. You're watching programs. Okay. So you're being programmed through the television, right?
It shows.
And that's because they say that the CIA has infiltrated the Hollywood.
Not only the CIA.
Well, the CIA is the tip of the iceberg.
It is, but thanks to the CIA and other government people, we have also other things in our government, not just somebody corrupt like CIA.
Well, no, I'm saying as far as like the CIA has been coming into like putting stuff into the movies. Like what was it? Captain America. Oh, you're right. Oh,
Winter Soldier, niggas.
And what happened? What happened?
It's gotta be this exact movie. So in the movie, there's this scene where Captain America's with Scarlett Johansson, aka Black Widow. They're hiding from the government because they're being wanted for some reason. When they go to this bunker to hide, they find this old CIA bunker.
You said bunker?
Yeah, this bitch was underground, nigga. Like, nigga, the room that they found was behind a fucking bookcase that the CIA, only certain higher up CIA agents knew.
Damn.
So even people that work for the CIA didn't even know about that. Mm-hmm. Only the higher ups knew that shit.
They always got some other shit going on.
Continuing, they go into that room, they find this dusty old set. And it's like, the fuck's going on here? Why they even in here? They turn it on. I recognize they have this old ugly ass dude, man. I recognize his head because he had the most misshapen head. But find out this nigga was one of the a Nazi scientist, a special group of Nazi scientists that work for the occult side of it. So fast forward to that, he the reason why he's even in there is because this little operation that the government even allowed called Operation Paperclip.
Oh, you said, hold on, repeat that again.
Operation Paperclip.
Paperclip. Okay, go ahead.
So pretty much this operation that they did, our government did, they sanctioned Nazi scientists in general, but mostly scientists because they have valuable information that could topple the Nazis, and that's how we won the war.
And they was over here like giving these niggas new identities and everything. And just
his name is John Heinz. Nah, nigga is some other shit that's just straight German. You can't pronounce that shit.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, they sanctioned them niggas and they living over here. Find out this nigga was low key plotting a way to overthrow our government. Like this nigga literally had his brain, all like his essence pretty much put into a computer. Nigga, this nigga was literally in every fucking camera. Nigga, he was in everything. I'm like, how the fuck did this dusty ass computer get into the new shit?
As soon as they get tap into the internet, it's over.
Bro,
as soon as you get plugged into the internet, yeah, it's over with.
He was a scientist. He loved that shit. He watched everything. He maneuvered. He literally plot everything. And just fast forward to that, this nigga was like, "You think I'm the only Nazi here, nigga?" Nigga, he said, "We everywhere." And bro, like the further you continue this movie, Captain America, there's some of y'all know this scene in the movie. Captain America was in the elevator with like a group of dudes. And there was just one black dude too. But he's like just standing there, they all just standing there. Next thing you know, he's just sitting there and he's realizing these niggas getting ready to jump his ass. And he's just like getting ready, just low key. Everybody else is kind of seeing that, so they're getting ready too. Next thing you know, nigga, the most surprising part. The one nigga in the fucking government group's like, hell, Hydra. And I'm like, they got niggas too? Bro! I'm like, I shook my head so hard at that part. I'm like, why the fuck is your black ass? I don't even care if you biracial or not, nigga. What the fuck was you doing in that group, my nigga? And so, Captain America whooped his ass and everything, but bro, the fact that was in a movie, low key kind of gave us kind of dropped the gem right there where it's like, that shit actually happened. It may be a movie, but
you know it did.
That's literally be telling you stuff.
But that's why they do it, or so that they can put it out there for you, but yet desensitize you to it and shit. So probably when you actually do get it, you'll be like, I knew it. You know, we seen it already, or some shit like that, or so. So it doesn't hit as hard. But
nigga, it hit me hard when I watched it the second time. Ladies, I'm like, nigga, what the fuck, man? I'm like, at first I'm like, oh shit, it's the Avengers. I love this shit. All that shit's cool. But when you watch it again and you just by yourself without other people being hyped around you, by yourself, nigga, it's like you really pay attention to shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck? We got Nazis here, man. That's the reason why the fuck we still got Nazis here to this day. They may be dumber than the other Nazis, but they fucking here.
You're right.
Hell, even video games be giving you like little slideshows or stuff that might actually happen to what they did. Like, have you ever played this one video game called Wolfenstein?
No. That sounds like some German Nazi shit.
It is. It's a good game, but it shows you like what type of stuff that low key it may be fictional. It may not never happen, but it literally shows you like what their cult science division was fucking with. Like nigga, I'm talking about any artifact that involved with Satanism or anything, they gonna do it.
They had that in. What was that? Oh no, I said it last time. Was the 12 Monkeys? They had that shit in or so, which is a show about these niggas time traveling and shit, and they're trying to find this. They get caught up in some shit or so, this, that, and the other. And in the predicament, they're trying to find an artifact that Hitler had came across or so that was supposed to house some type of like hella power, so that wasn't of this earth or some shit like that shit. It could have been of this earth. It could have just been some like powerful ass like relic or ancient fucking whatever. Who knows what the fuck it was? I can't remember, but
an artifact. I bet it is like an old satanic ritual type of artifact.
It was some shit, but yeah, that shit just, you know, they be letting you on to shit. Like these niggas had something. These Germans, nigga, they technology was something else.
Way more advanced than shit. I feel sorry for the troops going against them niggas, cause boy, they had some shit.
Man. Yeah. So they end in that. Well, if they end Marvel, they obviously end Disney, because Disney owns fucking Marvel. You can't turn on a flick and shit and think that you're getting different content from different networks, this, that, and other, because they're all basically owned by the same
6 families.
Yeah.
One of the 6 families, because nigga, them 6 family niggas, they are literally like a network of puppeteers. And what I mean by that, nigga, it's like here they are, they're at the top, you at the bottom. Well, nigga, you like way at the bottom. Average Joes like us, nigga, we don't even come across their mind.
Oh,
That's
definitely.
how low we are to them. But nigga, like, say you the president, you kind of like right there in the corner of his eye, cause he's like, okay, you're world leader. But nigga, as it's like, it's just a whole network of just puppets and puppeteers.
Mm-hmm.
You got the big 6, you got the networks that they own, you got the networks below those networks that they own, which ain't big enough to be like the networks they owned before, but it's lower. But it's like, nigga, they own all that shit. They just buy up everything.
Yeah, it's kind of how it.
And how they get the funds to get that stuff. What do you think?
What?
So how you think they able to afford that stuff?
To afford what?
Buy all those networks.
All those networks from all the
all the networks, just everything in general. Because they own not just networks, fucking pharmaceutical companies.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, the food you eat.
I was seeing that as well. I mean, well, of course, yeah, they do that. I was seeing as far as like the plasma companies and all that shit. Were we watching that shit together? Yeah, with the plasma companies. Like, this shit just...
Hey, y'all niggas that's trying to donate plasma to turn up tonight, y'all better stop doing that shit. Real talk.
Yeah, that shit was horrible. Like, these motherfuckers over in the Swiss CL plasmas, I think from Swiss or some shit like that. And these niggas don't even know where this shit coming from, how they even getting it. They just know that they getting plasma and shit.
Right. And the crazy part is, I cut you off. The crazy part is these motherfuckers don't even realize they got crackheads donating plasma.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they don't even know they should tamper with somebody that got crack in their system, any type of drug, or got an STD.
Because they're thinking people's donating this blood, but they're not donating it. They're getting paid for that shit. Yes.
The fact that the people that own that company, I think some of them do know it. They just want to disregard that shit. Cause it's like
of course.
Know, but they just don't want to have it on camera because the last guy that did that, he went to jail. We haven't seen him since.
For real?
They probably iced his ass.
Damn.
They probably did the Epstein shit on his ass.
Oh my goodness. He done took it there. They done did the Epstein? You said Epstein? Who is that?
Oh, everybody knows that guy. You know, he got a Netflix special.
He does, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Oh, what is that? It's fucking horrible, right? Just because. I'm glad I don't, even though my name is Jefferson and people call me Jeffrey. I have no correlation to that, Jeffrey. No, I have no correlation to that, Jeffrey. That's not a kinfolk of my name.
Obviously, nigga, you're black.
We not in that. No, I'm just well. Yeah, my Jeffrey ain't part of that Jeffrey. That's a whole different type of Jeffrey.
I don't know that nigga. Slavery, you know, we've been getting mixed in a lot. So you don't know that nigga could be your great uncle or something. Or cousin.
I don't know. I mean, it depends on he's got Epstein. That's kind of far from a Jefferson, but who knows? Like, that's where we go. Hate or horribly though. I mean, that's where the fuck I got my name from. It came literally like, and it's horrible. Like, when you really think about it though, my name is like a slave name in a sense. Not necessarily even I guess you can call it a fucking slave name or not a slave. Like, cause it's of our owner, like of my family or so, like who we came from, like from Thomas Jefferson, basically. My family was slaves of him. Like, it was originally my grandpa's last name is Jefferson, or his last name is Jefferson or so, and he gave it to my dad as his first name, and then my dad passed it on to me. So it started off as our last name and ended up becoming our first name or so. Right. But that's where it came from though. So
I don't even know. I kind of know you want.
Well, my grandpa had like did all that. Like that, yeah, to because he was trying to do a family tree and all that, like create one. So
you know what's even crazier now that you mention that? I'm thinking of Ancestry.com.
I don't know on that. Oh my goodness, we calling conspiracies. I don't know on that, because when you do that shit on Ancestry.com, then like they be working with like the feds to provide your DNA. So then even if it's your DNA, they can connect murders to people like in your family just through your DNA, because your DNA will match, and then it may not come up as a complete match to theirs, but it will give them a close to who they need to be looking for within your to you, basically. I seen. So yeah, because it was when I was watching, or no, I wasn't watching it. My girl was listening to that fucking true crime shit, and I think we were like on a fucking a road trip somewhere, and she had that shit playing, and I'm listening, and they were talking about that's how they found the killer, was that one of his relatives had submitted some stuff to Ancestry, and they connect the DNA from the brother to that brother, and then end up catching this nigga up on some shit.
No part of my DNA besides a nut sample. That's it.
I'm trying to tell you. The shit was fucking. I was like,
the fact that use ancestry.com to nigga, and the fact that I find it bullshit that motherfuckers gotta pay to find their own relatives and shit.
And it might not be Ancestry. This is allegedly. It could be. It could be another. There's other ones out there that are that do it too, but I don't know the other parties. But I know Ancestry. So
yeah, I'm just
that's
saying,
what I'm
like,
saying.
I find
But
it
allegedly,
that you have to pay for someone to look up your family tree, and it's like y'all motherfuckers that caused this to happen, like rich assholes in suits. Y'all reason why we don't know our family tree. We don't know shit. I could be speaking 3 different languages by now.
You're not lying,
but
man.
Y'all done
A fucking
up.
King.
Boy, I could be chilling with 2 wives right now.
Make it 3. Shit.
Make it 3. Don't be greedy, nigga.
Oh, I'm going for 4. So please, I need the 4 for 4.
You need a lot of sea moss, my nigga. That's all I got to say.
Oh, I'm good with it. We need to get that sea moss. I do need to start getting on that. I got my flax seeds and my chia seeds.
Fuck shit, nigga. The sea moss will get you there.
The sea moss will get me there. What I'm saying is just for other health benefits.
I know,
but the sea.
But for the good benefits that you need, you're going to need that sea moss.
Oh, so you put me up on game tonight.
Yes. it works, my nigga. You think even gas station pills is the shit?
Oh, I mean, I haven't used one, but
hey, I'm just saying, nigga, it's a better supplement, a good.
You know what? You know, well, yeah, because. Oh my goodness, you didn't put yourself out there like that, but that was funny though. That was funny. He said it was me.
Nigga, like
it was me. Hey, you're lucky you didn't lose your dick and balls.
Hey, I wasn't like these niggas wilding and shit. Niggas my age taking Viagra and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I've heard. It's
chill,
they
bro.
wilding. I just pop a tab and I'm in that motherfucker like as if I popped a Molly and I'm sweating, but I did it. Oh, I do be sweating, but my ass just sweat regardless what to do. I be sitting there sweating. It don't stop. Okay, but just like it don't stop, we don't stop. And we got to keep this shit going. All right, so from there, you fucking know it. Right back to that motherfucker Epstein. Okay, so Epstein, no one actually knows where the fuck this nigga got his money. Does anyone know where the fuck this nigga got his money at? Because I don't know.
Like even in that fucking documentary they had on Netflix, it doesn't say shit about him on how this nigga got to where he got.
Because generally they give you a backstory on how they built their wealth, and how they obtained it and how they got there, and then bam, they start knocking it down. Then they generally give you the decline of their fall, like because they give you they grew up here, the hiatus, this, that, and then okay, this is where they start to fail, but you don't get none of that.
You get nothing.
And then they said that he just worked for big wigs, like managing their bank accounts or their accounts, some shit like that.
He was dressed more like an accountant. He was not dressed like an accountant at all. I seen accountants of all races and nationalities, and he sure as shit was no accountant. And
so they're trying to with him, like it's a whole bunch of fucking shit that he had going on, like with his island and his house back in, was it New York or whatever the fuck?
I think it was New York.
The house in New York. You seen the fucking documentaries. You tell me, because I kind of like briefly.
I only saw like 3 episodes worth of shit.
And you say that, but then I've only watched like
10 minutes.
15 probably minutes collectively over me sleeping through it. So this is me just waking up at like, shit going on. Okay, hearing it, back out and shit.
Well, I'll across you a little bit just to fast forward, especially some of y'all that ain't watching. But pretty much it just starts off with like just some victims telling their side of the story of what happened to them when they met Epstein. It was always them being introduced from a friend or a relative that fuck with Epstein a little bit, and they get invited back to this nigga's crib somewhere. One bitch got flown out to like nigga, a secluded area in New Mexico. I'm talking about if you go missing there, that's it. I don't know why, but she said yeah. But the whole time she was there, it's like the first day it was cool. You know, he was just showing her around and shit. Pretty much, this nigga was like, every time he brings a chick to his house, he's always showing them like, yeah, this is what I got. Like, pretty much like waving his dick around, pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just showing this chick what he got, and then next thing you know, the next day he's like, okay, he's starting to get a little weird now. He's starting to show interest in this girl. But the thing is though, when this chick got flown out, she was a fucking minor.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that this minor has a sister that knows Mr. Epstein, and it's like, you allowed your sister into this type of danger right now because day 2, this nigga started getting all handsy and shit.
With that though too as well though, because it now hearing you say it and then hearing it out loud, you said that they were minors, correct?
Yes.
And that they were getting flown out.
Yeah.
Where the fuck were these motherfuckers' parents at is what I'm thinking, because who minor is getting flown out somewhere without them like recollection or knowledge of a motherfucking child being gone? I'm like,
the whole time I did not ask that shit at all.
That's
like,
what I'm just saying.
Like, why the fuck would you go there though? I mean, I understand it was an opportunity because I guess that's probably what the friend, pretty much that middleman between Epstein and the other victim, and the victim pretty much, that middleman was literally sweetening up, making the deal sound sweet. Where I guess the victim would tell their parents that it was a good opportunity for them, so they go do it, but leave them unattended by themselves.
Oh, dude, I'm just trying to think. Like it's
but
just.
I ain't gonna lie, it's probably not all. Well, actually, take that back. It has always been like that because even when you fast forward through the series a little bit, when he lives in Miami, it was always like some minor at a high school being invited to his house. The girls would tell their parents where they're going, or someone would just sneak out and not tell them because it's making money. So
who else was on Epstein's side while this shit was going on? How was he getting, like, he could, as an older man, couldn't have just been like, oh yeah, we're doing something, I'd like your daughter to fly out. Like, there had to be some type of feminine presence.
It was like most people that recruit these girls were other females.
No, who was it? Did they say who though? Was there a person specified in the documentary?
Not really. Like when they in the documentary, it will always move to a different chick. But when you get to the Miami one, they had this one. I couldn't remember her name, but she actually got tried for what she did because the crazy part is she was in the same shoes as the victim she was inviting in. And for some reason, Mr. Epstein just made a sweet deal for her. I guess her dumb ass couldn't say no, but she said yes to it anyway. It wasn't even a threat to even have her in this position. She could have just easily said no, but she did anyway. And now she got tried. I guess she didn't get that much time because her ass is on that documentary still dressed nice.
Oh, is she?
Bruh, I'm talking about white privilege like a motherfucker. Because I'm like, bitch, you would have been under the jail for doing some shit like that.
Wow. Okay, so it's supposed to be, it's Glenn. Fuck, I don't know the bitch's name. Glenn Maxwell, whatever the fuck that whole name is.
That's what it was.
That motherfucker was one of his partners in crime, or they were saying, and that after he died, that she fled, and now she's being looked after among the billionaires, or what they say, or so, that are hiding her in their own like private places, or this, that, and other and shit. Yeah.
This just got sanctuary by billionaires.
Which is crazy though, because. Like I said, this nigga out here doing all this shit, but on that video, because I've watched the 15 minutes that I did, it never talked about anyone else that this nigga like
associated with.
Yes,
bro. Like yes. I kid you not, like they had like another bald dude, because there was one where it was like 2 dudes with the girl, and they were trying to get all handsy on her, but they said his name like maybe 2 or 3 times in that, and then that was it.
Mm-hmm.
They mostly went right back to Epstein. It was always him. I guess he was the more aggressive one.
Yeah. So okay. So we got Epstein doing Epstein and having a whole bunch of shit going on, but then they got who is it? Is it Weinstein?
I think it was Weinstein.
Is it Harvey Weinstein? Harvey Weinstein, whose emails got hacked. Yeah. Was it his? It was either his Harvey. Well, maybe having Harvey Weinstein and then Hillary, yeah, and then but they got a lot of her shit got leaked through John Podesta. Okay, there we go. The John Podesta leaked emails. Those as well as okay, so Jeffrey Epstein's logs or so, like, oh my goodness, this nigga's logs or so had so many fucking people in it that were famous people that were logged in this log as far as flying with him, his call logs, like talking to people, like all this shit. He's
all those records?
Yeah.
God damn.
They're just they got him now, just his records, but those wasn't what was leaked or so. The shit that was leaked as far as, which is getting into another thing, which ties into him though or so, is what what was released in the emails that Hillary Clinton was saying, as well with a few other people like Obama, mentioning a slice of pizza.
Oh, their secret shit. You know
yeah.
What? I wish I had. No, I can't do it. But yeah, there's like this little phrase that they use. I don't really like pizza no more, just hearing about it. Mm-hmm. But it's called Pizzagate. I know some of y'all probably heard about it. It may have been up in the air once in a while on the news. You probably heard it. But Pizzagate is literally an underground billionaire's child sex ring. And I'm talking about the shit they do down there is, would you really call these people human? Because there's some sick shit.
Yeah, that
like,
shit's...
nigga, I don't want to call... Like, honestly, when I saw that, I was just coming to myself, just realizing, like, yo, we share a world with some, not people, demons.
Yeah, because that's some whole other world shit.
Some inhumane shit. Like, nigga, Pizzagate, and after seeing that shit, I'm just like, what the fuck? Why can't you just be normal? Like, yo, it's like, no offense, but it's like, ever since, like, we started fucking with our pale companions, it's like, yo, it's getting more shittier, like weird shit that just makes no sense. Like, why are you even doing that? You ain't gotta put your dick in that, bro.
Yeah, that shit's it's to me it's fucking mind blowing that this shit's actually fucking going on, and that they're actually sitting here talking about, like, let's go get a slice of pizza after work. Obama saying I'm flying out $65,000 worth of pizza or some shit like that, just like a whole bunch of shit. And then them coming out on the news saying that it's illegal to own these emails, to look up these emails and to search them on WikiLeaks where they're posted. Is illegal to do that. Like, how the fuck is it illegal to go look up some shit that's on the internet?
Like, you can't tell me that's illegal. What? That's the First Amendment, like, right there. That says free right there. That's
oh my goodness! Like, really? That's what we're doing now?
Like, yo, if niggas getting exposed and it happen to be your ass on there, don't be trying to save yourself now, because niggas getting information now, and that's thanks to technology. But
they're saying though that it's the Como brothers is in on it. The Como brothers, you don't know the Como brothers? The Como brothers. You got the Mayor Como, and then you got the Mayor Como brother, which is the older brother of New York, Mayor Como, and then you got the other brother or so, Como, Andrew. Is that Andrew or whatever? That's the news anchor or some shit like that. That one that was saying that
was him?
Yes, that's him.
Shit.
They're saying, oh no, okay. So then, whoever the fuck that nigga is, Andrew is his brother, the older one, I believe. I could be fucking mixed up. Either or, they brothers. But the older brother, I believe, was call logged talking to Jeffrey Epstein or so. So that's why they're trying to deflect, like, off of it, because dude comes on the anchor one saying, like, you know, we're just looking into Jeffrey Epstein right now. We don't need to look into anyone else who he's been associated with and who he's been flying. Yeah, he said that. Yeah, like,
nigga, you can't do that. Like, niggas attention. Certain people are paying attention to that shit. We have hackers now, man. Like, they gonna hack y'all shit. I'm glad they doing it, cause boy, I'm literally happy that we have hackers, just because it's leaking out this nasty shit these sick rich bastards are doing. Because nigga, just them exposing just the little piece, allegedly, sharing that piece of information with us. Actually, pieces. Seeing that shit, it's just like, nigga, I don't even want to have kids in this country. Like, for real, nigga. The shit you see, like, bro, I'll give y'all a little piece of what, or I'll give you a little sample of what the fuck I saw. Nigga, in that child sex ring, they have kids, little girls in particular. They have boys, too. Like, half naked or fully naked. Like, bro, why the fuck are y'all so aroused by seeing kids like that? And not only are they having sex with them, they're killing them
and sacrificing them,
blood sacrifices, which is a phrase that they use also too. It's not called blood sacrifice; it's called something else.
Why do you not know this?
Why don't I know
the word of what it's called? Oh, I forgot. Very ill prepared. I'm not sure either, but. But yeah, you definitely right. They out here doing the most. They out here fucking sacrificing and
they eat.
They don't necessarily have to eat people. The act of doing it. Me and the homie Gil was talking about it earlier. The act of doing it is the same as doing it, basically, because we broke it. Me and Gil was talking about this shit earlier. Mm-hmm. Shout out to the homie Gil. But yeah, that they're just them eating it, or like the cakes, how they were showing like them eating like the fake cakes and all that is the same as representing like when you go to church and you have the body and the blood. Yes, you have that bread and then you have the wine, which is supposed to signify the blood. Yep. That's the exact same thing that they're doing, just for Satanists. But that's what I'm saying. They're doing it for more. They're doing it for Satanist reasons, though, like in Satanist beliefs. Like, but that's what their whole thing is. They're mainly fucking Satanists and shit. Like, and they believe in all this other shit, and they're trying to allegedly, fuck up the world so that they can fix it the right way or some shit. And
it's like, it's crazy because so even crazier is the fact that I know it's Satanist. I used to hang out with him, but then the nigga was just on some shit I just could not fuck with, so I just leave him alone. But yeah, that's just some crazy shit. It really is.
But yeah, there's that. So with that as well too, though, with them having that, I think that they do that because some of them find pleasure in it as well too, but they find pleasure on bringing other people into it as well to set them up. Like they honeypotting these niggas.
Yep.
Like they literally set up political figures and other big people or so, put them in these compromising positions, and then use that as leverage against these motherfuckers to make them do their bidding and to do their shit and to push their own fucking narratives. Like
when you say that honeypotting shit, that reminds me of one time, like when Cat Williams was talking about on his in one of his comedy specials, how he was being invited to like these luxurious parties where niggas is doing whatever, pretty much. And the fact that he saw someone familiar. You remember, I know y'all remember the show The Parkers, right? Mm-hmm. Remember Professor Ogilvy?
Yeah.
That nigga was in there with another dude. And Cat Williams said, is that nigga topping another nigga off?
Is that Professor Ogilvy?
Yes. I'm like, and then it's like, it would make sense though. Them Hollywood motherfuckers really be doing some shit like that.
Yeah, that shit fucking crazy.
It's like their crazy version of a party, and it's like an initiation or
a setup.
A setup. Usually it's mostly a setup because if you go against those people, like when you join Hollywood and you make it big pretty much, when you make it big, it's like they're going to find some type of dirt on you. That way they can have leverage over you. Because it's like when you sign that contract, you literally sign your freedom. Just like some celebrities that's really big up there. I'm going to lead you to a different subject right here. But like certain celebrities, like they got ankle bracelets on.
Oh, that was I heard that was see all these damn fucking conspiracies that are just just bouncing all around the fucking damn rooms and the places and shit. Is oh my gosh, you're right. So COVID. Yes, I'm hearing this. There's so many of them that's just coming out here. I'm telling you, there's just so fucking many of them. COVID supposedly is a setup, or so. Everything is like I said. This is conspiracies, allegedly, or whatever. Who fucking knows? I don't know. But COVID is supposedly supposed to be a setup or so to cover up the higher elites. No, I guess I wouldn't say elites because these motherfuckers ain't elites. A lot of them are like politicians and in the fucking media industry or so, because they're all under fucking investigation now because a lot of them got exposed in this Jeffrey Epstein bullshit, and they were pulled up on logs of flying with this nigga and mingling and co-mingling with him and his motherfucking flunkies or floozies, whatever the fuck you want to call these motherfuckers and shit. But they were saying that Ellen DeGeneres and Oprah are two of the main big motherfuckers that are under house arrest right now, that they trying to deflect it and make it look like everyone got to stay in the house and it's everyone got to be home because they don't want this shit to be seen. And it caught me too though a little bit when they were showing the shit, because they got this bitch Ellen always on the couch, like she tried to have her ankles up and shit to try like, yeah, you know, I'm good, you know this. But why is this bitch, she live in California, why is she in California wearing sweatpants? Why? I mean, I know it do get cold in the early morning sometimes, this, that, and the other, but
straight daytime.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, because it's a difference when you're a person that's like out there. Like when I would be out there in the fucking day, I would when you get out there early in the morning, you understand why people would have chilly coats on. It's fucking cold in the morning, but as the day progresses, it's fucking hot. So I'm pretty sure she's not walking anywhere in any type of fucking heat. She's literally walking from her garage into the fucking car, or maybe out from her car into the fucking, and from her house into the, who knows? I'm pretty sure she's not hitting air too much. So why the fuck is this bitch wearing these sweatpants and jogger suits? So yeah, then they had Oprah's ass and shit too cooking, and they showed one that they looked like was a thing. But I seen the pictures, and then I looked at I don't know if it was a clip or the whole fucking video.
It was a video.
If it was the whole video,
it was like the whole video, but they kind of paused it on one certain spot of Oprah.
Did they?
Yeah, remember?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess they could have had better angles though, but. Or panned it out or something, because they could have. I don't fucking know, but it may have depicted a little box there, but I don't know. The pants was loose, and for something to be shown in some loose ass pants like she was wearing, did something there. I don't know.
It was there, man. I saw that little square on her fucking.
Oh, that shit's funny as fucking hell. But yeah, so that's coronavirus for y'all. Coronavirus, but I mean the coronavirus is real though. Like, I'm not saying no, it's real. I know people who've caught it.
Yeah,
and that have it or so. It's that another. And people that have, I don't know the people that have passed away, but I know people who have passed away from it or so.
Like,
so
I know so many people that got it, especially like in Florida. I'm kind of afraid to go back this year.
Nuh-uh.
I want to go for my birthday, but people have been catching cases of that shit down there, and I'm talking about relatives.
Damn.
So it's like, yo, we gotta chill on that social.
And are they showing like symptoms? Are they like symptoms? Are they asymptomatic?
Some symptoms. Some actually died, but a small number. Some actually recovered.
Damn.
But there has been a lot of people catching it though.
Mm-hmm.
And some have died, and some actually have recovered. But I don't want to take that chance, because it's like when it first went away, it was cool, but that second wave hit. Like, remember how many was having that talk saying there might be a second wave and it might hit? Mm-hmm. It sure shit did.
Oh, but it's hit everywhere. Everywhere they say that they've had.
They say in Texas now it's even heavier down there.
Wow, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Texas,
and that's where everybody from here is moving to there.
Yeah, I just came from there like about a month ago or so.
They say in Dallas
before all that. Yeah, but I think where we were at in Houston, but that's after the fact. I think it blew up or so. Motherfuckers want to say we took it down there, but there was no way. We were COVID clear. Mm-hmm. But I don't know though. I mean,
some of them pics y'all made.
Hey, we was kicking it. We had a good ass time. But I mean, when we went out there, like, just like coughing and just up in everyone else's air, we had our mask on and shit for the majority of the time. So it was what it was. So what else do you have? Do you have anything else that you?
Oh yeah, going back to that nigga Soros though. So he owns the Black Lives Matter movement, but also too, if you look back in this nigga's history, this, like I said, remember the Operation Paperclip?
Mm-hmm.
That nigga is one of those Nazis that made his way over here.
George Soros.
Yep, that nigga was a Nazi general.
I
And
could believe.
he was one of the types that like to torture people and watch it for fun.
Mm-hmm.
He will still do his daily Nazi job reporting and shit, but in his free time, he would like to watch people get tortured.
I seen a video where it was this guy saying, I don't know who the fuck he was. He was some big guy or so that they were talking to that had went through that or so, and I guess he had fleeing or some shit like that, got away, but he still had to watch motherfuckers like getting slaughtered in front of him. So I don't know if like I think one of the people like took him in and like established him as like one of the Nazis or some shit like that. And yeah, I don't to be honest, I'm just shut up on that one because I can't really remember. Okay. But with you saying that though, what was it that we were saying yesterday as far as what they were saying about the Black Lives Matter movement?
Oh, that also too, with George Soros owning Black Lives Matter, he also owns another group, Antifa. And,
well, yeah.
And also part of that too, the Antifa people that he's entitled, like he's in ties with, they are also part of the Black Lives Matter movement in incognito. Like literally, people that's part of Antifa, dirty ass cops or the brutal ones, and just rioters and just dumb left or right wing assholes.
He's paid to fund them.
He literally paid those people.
Well, he controls the narrative
because he controls the whole situation. Because he's trying to make it towards a bigger goal. Because in those riots, you don't really see black people destroying stuff. You see some white person wearing black clothes saying they support the movement, destroying stuff. Like you may see some black people in there, but the ones that's literally starting the fires and stuff.
Mm-hmm. How I heard it best was Black Lives Matter is a white movement in blackface.
You know what? That sounds exactly right. That's exactly what it is. That sounds perfect. Because throughout all this stuff too, people that if you ever donated money to the Black Lives Matter movement, I want you to know something. I don't want you to feel guilty. It's not your fault. You did not know. But that money's being used to pay those assholes to cause those riots. Democrats
and all them other motherfuckers, they're all a part of the Black Lives Matter. And they're the ones who are funding it and shit like that. That and getting paid off of it as well too. So it's back to back. You're going back to back. And the crazy
part is too, they have their own special way of paying those people too. I saw actual video of actual photo of the card. It's literally an American flag debit card with a Tifa on it, and those people get that money wired to that card. It's like their own special EBT card to do some bullshit.
That shit's fucking wild. With that being said, I definitely don't want to fucking sit here and take up too much time in this motherfucking camera cut off on us. Like always, luckily, we've got through this motherfucker today. So we gonna leave y'all off on there on a motherfucking cliffer. Okay. Just drop in the comments below for us what y'all think, what other type of conspiracies that you may have heard, what have you been seeing, what have you been searching. Please let us know, because we'd like to know. And anything else that you'd like us to cover or share or talk about, or just whatever the fuck the case may be, please let us know in the comments below as well. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and share this motherfucker like hell, please. And thank you definitely on the fucking likes, because the more you like it, the more it's going to get recommended to other motherfuckers, and we going to get plays, and we going to get ourselves out there just a little bit more quicker. So please and thank you. This is Jeffin with the homies. I am your homie Jeff. We got the homie Melvin in the building.
Yep, your favorite child.
And we is out this motherfucker. I love y'all. Until next week, sayonara.